Hey guys, it's Sonelias and welcome back to Hearts of Fire number 4. We're currently, of course, playing here as Belgium. So let's load the link. Save game. Right, the game is loading. So where do we stand? As you can see, we got this nice bit of territory here. We basically got Alsace-Lorraine as the latest edition. So these territories here, I should really be looking at it underneath that other scope. These are part of our core. Now, of course, you got Paris here as well. You got Orléans, etc., etc. This is a core, but as you can see, there's a heck of a lot of resistance here, which we will be able to alleviate once we actually turn it into one of our cores, which we will be doing shortly. Now, we currently have an issue in terms of tire imports. We need to really start producing it ourselves, I get the impression. So once some of this research completes, we will start changing this. Oh yes, we need to start importing a bit more oil as well. Let's send some additional requests to Romania. Actually, let's make it even more. Aluminum, we should be able to get that from our neighbors there. Have they got any more within this region here? Anything that does not require convoys? United Kingdom. No, that's one of our enemies. It says for this I need it as well. Wow. Germany is not delivering as much as they could. There's not much I can do about that at the moment. It is something we need to resolve as we go along. Anyways, we've got a couple of different armies here already. Let's pause this for a second. Let me just showcase the different armies. Actually, we can actually improve this. I'd love to be able to do something else, but is there any particular other skill that we're working on? Not really at the moment, isn't it? These are more infantry level or sort of the individual unit level bits that we can work with. So let's just do this one. The organization reinforcement role chance will be improved. We've got, of course, armies operating here. That is, as you can see, suffering. Oh, they've actually moved armies away from here. Interesting. Not sure why that would be the case. Okay, let's take this and let's put a bit of pressure on them there. If we can deepen that roll there or widen that front a bit, all of that would be to our benefit, I get the impression. Okay. I need to leave some of these here at least. That one's still at full strength, it looks like. So nothing for us to do there, but we do have army units here. And that's this army here, to be precise. If I can create a new front line with them, where actually I'm going to say, well, let's take this. Hold on, let's just not do this yet. Okay, there's enough units there. I'm actually going to move them here with the intention. Oops, no, not the intention. Oh, like that. We're going to position them here from there all the way down to there with the intention of pushing that way and then pushing upwards. Trying to create a good pocket there that we can actually push them out of. We do also have this army here who's currently over here trying to push out of this particular position. So let's actually see where we can help them out. As you can see, we're currently working on Cockerill. Interesting name, Cockerill. This is decreasing at the moment. Nothing we can do there. I don't want to work on those in reality. That kind of loses some of the benefits that we currently have. Oh yes, there we go. Nice. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that position, as you can see, has got a supply depot. Same with that one. Actually, there's a supply depot here as well. So let's go back here for just a second. Select the fact that we want to be able to build railroads. I actually want to do that from here as well. I want to hook it up to there. Level 3, I think that would be fine. Yeah, that would work out quite nicely. They can actually use a bit of extra help here, it looks like, in terms of the thickness of that railroad track. 1, 2, and then 3. Odessa. Okay, that should do the trick. Let's not let this slide here, really. All right, let's get this factory completed first, and then we're going to work on that railroad. This will complete in June, so that's another month's or so worth of effort. Okay, interesting. So those are Indonesian units. Of course, working on the defense of the island itself. Hungarian units. More Hungarians. Then here we've got our own units located already. If I'm not mistaken, we already have a railroad connection here. Plus we got some supply depots locally as well. Let's just double check. These guys are set to get supplies in like that. This we can set to be mixed. And we need more trains, it says. Yes, I am working on getting more trains. I'm producing them via the railroad. They're not for sale at the moment, unfortunately. Which is a pity. We're still training troops here, as you can see. Some of which I can select because they're already fully trained. So this is my training ground that I'm leveraging that for. Nice. We actually start seeing some results here. Combat casualties is our biggest downfall there, as you can see. Okay, let's see. Can we push into there? I should be able to. Okay. Okay, push. That should be pushable. Okay. Perfect. Okay. All right, let's try to get that position because that is a supply hub. Empire of the Dutch Antilles. Really? The Dutch Antilles being... That island is the Dutch Antilles. Interesting, yeah. This is, of course, Free France, and that is actually a colonial state of ours. Okay, yes. Probably should have turned them into a separate state as such. Okay, so what do we got on the front line here? That is of decent strength, it looks like. That is Minsk. If I push into there, would that help me? Let's double check. So is that a supply hub? It is. That's also a supply hub. Both of which would be really, really handy to have. Okay. Manpower wise, we're doing okay at the moment. And we're also going to do this one.
Écoutez. Formez les rangs.
Oh, interesting. If I can push into there.
Prêt au départ. Prêt, chef. Prêt au départ.
Okay.
Paré. Vos ordres. Écoutez.
Marvelous. Look at that. So many different angles we're attacking from. If I can push them all the way back such that I can get my hands on Leningrad, that would be ultimately amazing.
Visez bien.
Okay, we're not going to carry on with that. That is not bearing any fruits.
Couchez-vous. Continuez d'avancer.
Okay, this here, as you can see,
Allez, on y va.
is ready to be turned into a proper infantry expert, which is great.
Continuez l'attaque.
So that's Sevastopol. Is that Kherson or Kerch? We got an option for that already? No. But Sevastopol anyways. Kerch. Okay. Nice. Ballistic missiles. This we need. Has completed a special project. Rocket interceptor. Okay, that's interesting. This is basically rocket engine kind of like stuff. 1942 that we're looking at here. Could of course look at that, but what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to work on the synthetic refineries.
Vos ordres.
Oh, crikey. Not getting enough in, that's clear.
Allez, on y va.
Oh, yes.
Bougez-vous. Bougez-vous. Attention. Bougez-vous.
Okay.
Écoutez. Donnez vos ordres. Formez les rangs. Bougez-vous. Attention. Formez les rangs.
Okay. If we can push them out of multiple locations, so much the better.
Oui, chef.
That is being reinforced. That's at least the impression I'm getting here.
Continuez l'attaque.
They're engaging us here.
Vos ordres.
Let's push into there with more of my units. This is currently well defended. Can I put an overwhelming force into play against this, for example? I suspect I can. Yes, it's all green.
Vos ordres.
Okay. I don't need to exercise these anymore.
Vos ordres.
These can all be reassigned there. 167. Is that number growing? I'm not sure.
Attention.
Infantry expert as well. Marvelous. It just give me that bit of an edge that I'm looking for.
Prêt, chef.
We need to widen this really, yeah.
Donnez vos ordres. Attention.
That's pretty much exactly what we're doing here. That kind of means for me to widen this location here.
Vos ordres?
Almost there. Once we get that in our hands, that would be really nice. So there's 2 remaining. One is reinforcing that location, interestingly enough. Come on, we can do that. Yes, we did take it. Have we got a full train connection to there? We do indeed. Reducing the length of that front line somewhat.
Attention! Prêt, chef! Oui, chef!
Okay, that's a city that we're attacking there,
Écoutez,
which is perfectly fine. Oops, nope, let's do it like this. Let's push into there. Have we got more supply lines or supply hubs that we can see here? I know we got Leningrad there. Yes, this one here.
vos ordres?
So from here, these guys should be able to get supplies working. Once this has been... It says no supply connection to capital, really? So that one is there. Then we got the train line here. And the supply connection is there. It just needs to come really into its own.
Attention! Oui, chef!
Okay, let's push them back there. At least we can get that riverfront in our hands.
Formez les rangs! Bougez-vous!
Okay.
Oui, chef!
And push them out there. At least creates a bit of a buffer zone around that supply hub. We're working towards that particular position already. Just maybe not with enough force, but we will get there eventually.
Tir ennemi!
Yeah, let them recover here. Okay. It's in the red. Yeah.
Vos ordres?
Okay, that seems to be well defended, doesn't it? At least that's the impression it creates.
Attention!
Okay. So is that a new one? Yes. Other units in here that we could potentially move out.
Écoutez!
What's the composition of this? It's actually got the anti-tank as well. Interesting.
Écoutez!
The only key difference really being the fact that instead of using infantry, it uses cavalry there.
Vos ordres?
Come on, guys.
Au départ! Bougez-vous!
Can we not push them out of there? Well, that's finally in the green again.
Écoutez!
If this is putting too much pressure on that supply up here, then maybe we need to expand it. Looks like the Romanians are helping here as well. Did I research the MPs already? I don't think I did. 87. Yeah, the number's on the rise, as you can see. Slowly but surely, it will rise further. Basic light tanks we've got here already. It's really a tank destroyer that we got there that we're working with. Now, if we look at this, this is the basic one. That's the improved. And I think we're also researching the advanced. No, we're not. Let's see what we can do with this. So what we want to create is a tank destroyer. 2-man. Okay. Why does it say that that doesn't work? I don't know. Special module. Okay. Is that what it needs? It looks like. Interesting. We could actually apply upgrades to the engines on here. Upgrades to the armor. Now, if I look at the tracked option, torsion bars is the best option there. We could actually do here the advanced radio on there. Radio gives me additional... Hold on, really? So current defense here is 5. Jumps up to 8. That's a massive change, isn't it? Well, at least assuming you've got more defensive power already. Additional machine gun. Okay, gives even more defense. Fuel drums, sloped armor. Stabilizer. If I put sloped armor on there. So cast iron is more expensive overall. I'm not sure it's worth it though. We're going to go for the diesel engines. Don't have a lot else going on with these. So these are 5.2. It's not the cheapest, is it? So this basically adds 40%, is 1.5. Okay. Crikey, that is a massive drop all of a sudden. But then again, we got a good supply of them anyways.
Formez les rangs. Écoutez. Attention. Bougez-vous. Bougez-vous.
Okay.
Bougez-vous.
Even if I can cut them off entirely there, that would still be great. That is a dam. Bouncing bomb can be leveraged there if we wanted to. Okay.
Donnez vos ordres. Attention.
That's against 3. Okay. Let's see if we can push them out of there.
Attention.
So that supply hub, I suspect, is working now. Yeah, but it's basically being a bit overstretched. I guess that happens. Vitebsk. Okay, we're now working on all of this. We got a research facility at our disposal. But I need a scientist that I don't have. Okay, interesting. So why did I even bother doing them then? We don't have one for physics. We've got one for air. %10 research bonus for electronics. Okay. Carol Boson gains 200 experience in aerodynamics and avionics. Nice.
Écoutez.
Okay, that is putting it over the top a little bit. Yeah, we're not going to change that at all. We're going to take some of these guys and put them in a new army once again. With the same objective as before, we're going to go towards Berlin here. The idea, we're just going to trade a training camp for them. Hold on, did I not put them in there already? I did. But it wasn't sufficient. Philippines has capitulated. The fall of Manila. Is that Japan that has taken it? It is indeed. Is Japan aligned with us? No, they got their own faction they created. Okay, we can ask them for docking rights. Ah, we can actually recruit them. But that's going to cost us political power, which I currently don't want to spend on there, to be honest. Yes. Which is going to have the shortest supply line in reality? Portugal. Yep, they can only give me one. That doesn't help, does it? Naval results. Nice. That's pretty cool. So how's our Navy doing at this point in time? Ireland joins the Allies. Free France has called Ireland into our war. Okay. These are all the latest version, it looks like, which is great. This really is one where I could, of course, get a second admiral for. But yeah, at the moment, it's not really bearing much fruit. Okay, we're engaging them there. That was a bit of a loss that we basically had there, which is unfortunate. Did we manage to push them here anyway? Any which way? No. Ooh, but if I can push them out of there. Let's reinforce that engagement. I want to basically get my hands on that bit of train line there. That, if I'm not mistaken, is that supply hub that we talked about. It is indeed. We'll look into that shortly. They have reinforced the borders here somewhat, which is interesting. Then we've got, of course, this general, where we're not done much with recently. Okay, that should be an interesting engagement to commence. That's only 2, but that works in their favor. I think that it's only 2. Okay. We're going to help them push, and over here we have not had much movement at all. Okay, so these guys, I'm going to basically move them to a secondary line here for the moment, which is just over here. I guess I don't want to basically put too much pressure on the supplies at that front line. We're still buying, as you can see. Is that artillery we're buying? It looks like. In terms of airplanes, yes, we've got a positive number here once again. In terms of guns, we got a positive number as well already. Okay, nice. The latest design we've got here now. 1942 we are in. I can actually do with that latest upgrade here to this one as such. There's a research that is progressing nicely. Yes, we are currently working on outdated equipment. We're actually working on upgrades here already. If I switch this up to the latest design, unfortunately we're going to lose some productivity, which is unfortunate. Very unfortunate, but there's nothing to be done about that, it looks like. Okay, let's actually add a second line of this to here. Once we basically got enough capacity there, we can actually switch that up. We're really starting to put a bit more pressure on them now, which is nice to see. Okay, what's our excess? 1.32. That's good.
Visez bien.
Okay, that is not going as well as I'd hoped. Is that because they're reinforcing it, or is it because of the river crossing? Not quite clear.
Vos ordres.
Okay, that bit of pressure we can actually exert. Ooh, hold on, hold on. Ooh, is that the Vichy France? Ah,
Donnez vos ordres.
that's pretty cool. Them stepping in. That should be something we can win. I know they're not really the best troops that they're leveraging there at the moment.
Formez les rangs.
Okay, reinforce that. Push, 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 push.
Vos ordres. Donnez vos ordres.
Okay. Now that position we can assail now quite easily. That was that next supply hub here. See, these units are relatively well supplied at the moment, which is great. Ah, Bockril, the art of Belgian manufacturing. So we see that is increased in size. We also see that there is more output occurring because of that. Mountaineering doctrine we can get a boost for, which is great. These are all quite lengthy, unfortunately. Strategic doctrine development, also quite interesting to do that. Burgundian special forces, interpreters, add Belgian interpreters with grand paratroopers. Okay. How's that related to Marines and Mountaineers and so forth? Okay. This nation will be the current faction members and future faction members. Really? It goes to all faction members. That's quite interesting. Belgian Renaissance. Research speed gets boosted. I think that would be interesting to do. We can also do this one, which gets me more political power, recruitable population factor, and so forth. I think that would be a very, very welcome addition to do. So that's exactly what we're going to be working on. I am going to go and integrate this, just because it makes my life so much easier then.
Prêt, chef.
Okay, they're pulling back. How lovely.
Donnez vos ordres. Écoutez.
Okay.
Donnez vos ordres.
Okay, let's shorten that line again as much as we can.
Oui, chef.
These guys are still weakened, it looks like.
Oui, chef.
Or maybe they are not still weakened, but they are just weakened.
Donnez vos ordres.
I'm going to pressure that. I'm going to pressure... maybe not that section.
Attention. Donnez vos ordres.
Okay. Whoa, why do we leave that open? I don't know. Well, it's not us leaving it open, but still. Okay, that has happened here.
Prêt au départ. Oui, chef. Paré.
Okay.
Bougez-vous.
Let's push into there. Minsk.
Chef.
I think it would be beneficial if we did put a bit of pressure on here.
Oui, chef. Prêt au départ. Donnez vos ordres.
Okay. Push like that.
Formez les rangs.
They are weakened in there, it looks like, interestingly enough. Let me just recover some of my strength here.
Attention.
If I stay there with
Formez
this...
les rangs.
Ah, there's these guys as well. Interesting. Why are you there with these guys? I'm not sure.
Vos ordres.
That is what we call the 4th Army. I would say move back. And let's put you on another line as well. For actual fact, let's tell these guys to work on defending this territory here and that territory there. That might be a better role for them at this point in time.
Prêt au départ.
Let's take a few of these. And allocate them to here. So really reducing this down to a total of 10 staying on the line.
Donnez vos ordres.
Battle results, nice. Okay. That is for the Air Force. It looks like that we basically got more options at our disposal. Nice, nice, nice. Let's actually set this to work on the channel. Wow. Look at that. That is 98%. Dutch language primacy's got a negative effect on things, interestingly enough. We currently got 25% there.
Oui, chef.
Okay, interesting.
Paré.
Allocate it to there. What is Vichy France? Ah, that's Portugal. Nice. Okay. That is at the max. This will actually have a boost to research speed as well. Can I change that to something else? I probably can. Let's boost these guys in reality.
Prêt au départ.
Okay, these guys. Okay, I kept them out of the war on purpose. Let's have a look at the actual supply positions here. There's a supply hub here. And there's British troops and so forth located here as well. Let's say I'm going to basically put these in a separate unit. And these will keep on defending this territory here.
Formez les rangs.
The remainder... opposition on the border there. Hold on, not that. That's too much, isn't it? Boom, up to there.
Attention.
Going back to our front lines here, nice.
Écoutez. Prêt, chef.
See if we can push them out of there. We captured a French operative. Oh, lovely. Okay, that is quite nice here.
Oui, chef.
Okay, let's push against there.
Formez les rangs. Parez.
Push, 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 push.
Parez. Couchez-vous.
Okay, we can reduce that bit of length there. We can push against here. Okay. That's being reinforced. That one is still somewhat weakened.
Attention. Bougez-vous.
These troops are doing their utmost here already. Novgorod. They're occupying the train line here, isn't it?
Écoutez.
How many units have I got selected? I'm not quite sure, but if I basically reinforced it sufficiently here, we should get a positive result here as well. It looks like I can actually put more into play here if I wanted to. Navy is getting some successes. Naval experience gain, that would be quite useful. Light attack, close combat. Best to the best. And then here, this, both are good. I kind of like to get more experience though. How are we doing with the integration? It's progressing. It will take time. Land. Current progress towards a new breakthrough. I think another aerial research center might be useful. But also want to focus on the nuclear research facilities. We've got a fair number of things that we can actually work with here still. We haven't had many invasions recently. Let's position all of this a bit higher. Champagne, Ardennes, etc., etc. We're working on fuel silos. I think what would be useful as well is to basically start work on some other things. The number of building slots in the Ardennes is so limited.
Oui, chef.
Okay. Crikey, let's build this as well. We do need to get the extra supplies in here because we're suffering without those.
Parez.
Okay. Push them there.
Au départ.
The Antilles. The Antilles are occupied anyways, isn't it? Not even in our hands. So if we wanted to speak to these guys, we could do a call to arms. Yeah, we're not going to give them any control of any states. Naval results. That's again positive. We're seeing low manpower at the moment. After this, that will stop. I think we'll cease the production of that entirely. That makes a difference for us, as you can see. Extensive conscription. It doesn't say how much of this actually is relating to manpower, to losses. as such.
Prêt au départ.
Okay, they are going to exercise again.
Formez les rangs. Paré.
Okay.
Vos ordres.
Let's see what we can do by pushing them. Oh, they did have actually additional units there. Interesting.
Donnez vos
So if I
ordres.
take all 6 of these
Vos ordres.
and then position these on that line there.
Bouchez-vous.
Let's see how that works. Would that work in our favor or not? Supplies can actually come in here. That is on Comte Sevastopol. That one needs to be at the top, really. This one as well. Crimea. Well, let's get that back to the top. This as well. We need to make sure we got all the supplies flowing through.
Chef.
Working on the defense here. Let's try to guard the coastline as well. I know the coastline is huge. But we do have a decent number of troops here already. We haven't got a chief of navy yet. Be good to get one. Current max is 190.
Attention.
Okay. Again, we can basically take some of these troops here and actually allocate them to there.
Attention.
Okay.
Formez les rangs.
That looks like it's going to be a bit too much.
Écoutez.
Okay.
Paré.
Nice. Right, we seem to be in good hands at the moment. A reposition to there, that is always welcome. As you can see, we got some fighters here. So I want to leverage in this area here as well. Okay, so these guys are short of supplies. If I basically try to attack them there,
Prêt au départ.
they can of course say, yes, we're doing okay, but they'll be kicked out relatively soon. And that really relates to a large extent to the fact that we basically got units there to work on that. Okay, down here, what's happening here? Yes, we're getting a positive result now.
Prêt au départ.
Okay, this can be allocated to there again.
Écoutez.
These can be allocated to there again.
Bouchez.
And then we can straight away push into there with these units.
Vos ordres.
Okay, we are successful thus far here.
Donnez vos ordres.
Can isolate them entirely there? No, not really, is it? That one will complete the first one in the 10th of September. Just like a fortnight, or a little bit less than a fortnight from now.
Donnez vos ordres.
Okay, let's push them out of there.
Vos ordres.
Mongolian Republic. Wow.
Écoutez.
Push them there. Shouldn't be too difficult. We're just trying to basically establish a new front line here. Now that nexus, or that spot there really, shouldn't be too difficult to deal with. Smolensk. It's so close to the other one here, isn't it? Sometimes their supply hubs just really next to each other.
Écoutez.
Okay, push, 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 push. Positive results there. How are we progressing with this? That's almost complete. Resistance target is reduced. Recruit populations increase. Political power gain will be increased as well, which is nice. Replace Burgundian heritage with Pax Belgica. Burgundian heritage. Nice. Consumer goods factories would also be reduced. They're currently standing at 12% there. Or 12. Too bad. Okay, so we're 68 needed more. Can I buy any? It doesn't give me the option to buy, which is not nice. It looks like I've got enough trucks at the moment. That number hopefully goes up shortly. Cancelling that production. Just want to save the manpower for other things. Okay.
Donnez vos ordres.
If I tell those guys to change over to a more offensive role, let's see what they can actually accomplish. Infantry specialist. He's already an infantry specialist. This one as well. Level 5. He is level... He's level 4. This guy here really is progressing nicely. That's our supply hub itself. Putting supplies out to all of these units here.
Attention. Prêt au départ.
Okay.
Bouchez-vous. Parez.
Supplies will be far easier for us to get than it is for them. And I guess we got the first supply up here. Ha! You see, it straight away makes a massive difference here.
Formez les rangs. Écoutez.
That is really an exercise of pushing them back, getting rid of them. Belgica, done. Now, if we now were to go for the other one that we got here, Belgian Renaissance, that helps with the research. Okay, what does this do? Doesn't do much. This helps me with getting more factories. Okay, I think this section is mostly done. We're going to do the railway expansion here. Why is that another long one? Cheap labor. Copper cartridge, which grants infantry equipment production cost reduction. Interesting. Communications, defense neutrality, resist and bite. 35 days, and that's 70. So this is actually a quick one to get.
Paré.
68. There's an airfield here.
Prêt au départ. Donnez vos ordres.
Oh, they are straight away engaging us, interestingly enough.
Prêt au départ. Continuez d'avancer. Couchez-vous.
Okay. That one is we took Smolensk. Nice. Now if I look at actually the railroad that we can actually do here, you can see that it actually is getting stuff through. Just maybe not exactly at the top level, but that's okay. So firstly, of course, this is now Belgica. I don't want to see the army units. Belgica, of course, nice. Our own territory, Belgica. Maybe want to get that territory there as well, but I'd like to get the MPs done for that first. Still in 1942, we got a brand new flag, as you can see. We started our new development here already. Doctrines. Let's choose for the air the fact that we want to do these intercepts. That is progressing nicely. This is still somewhat reduced because of the combat casualties we've suffered. Anti-tank weapons, nice. 42. Getting closer to 43. That's still slightly extended. That is talking about jet engines. In here. Could work on that one if we wanted to. I don't want to be honest. Actually, I might be able to get this new engine, couldn't I? But I need to research it first. Crikey. So let's do something with our torpedoes. Ah, we now got Cockerell shipyards as well. Interesting. Could I allocate the Mayo to this? Doesn't say that we can. Interesting. The convoys, yes, but the submarines, no. Interesting. I had rather hoped differently, but okay. It's being stockpiled now. That's nice. If I look at my basic army units here, I've got artillery on there. Could I put more artillery on there, or could I even put this on there? Could put more artillery on there. Presuming I've got enough. For 2,500, and I've got 5,500 of that. Hit points increase, piercing increases, supply use increase, average reliability is dropping. Weight is increasing, manpower is increasing as well. Hold on, how's that? Oh, artillery, and we got anti-air on there as an extra. That could be useful. So we should see this number decreasing shortly. We need 3,300 for reinforcements. Okay, that's fine. I might want to create a separate design here for that, couldn't I? I could do. Let's say I want to do an anti-air here. Small armaments. Close support, heavy machine gun. Basic anti-air gun. It doesn't say that there is a particular one that's required. Okay. Torsion bars, we're going to leave that as is. This is going to be diesel. Great option, we keep that ticked. Radios, are they useful to this? Not really. Special modules. Smoke launchers. Stabilizers helps with the breakthrough. Sloped armor helps with, of course, the defense. Additional machine gun. Yeah, maybe. Heavy machine gun is always a welcome addition, as you can see. Not too expensive. So we're going to do now, we're going to do the anti-air units here as well. This is mobile anti-air. And it's really a new addition to the entire mix. This will increase to 30. Of course, once we get that done. But looking at the clock, I really have to call it a day. It's the lengthiest episode thus far. We became Belgica in this episode. We've been pushing towards Leningrad. We don't have Leningrad yet, but we've been pushing in that direction. And I should now be able to say, let's take these guys here out. And shortly after, I should be able to take this particular position here, which is yet another supply hub. So we'll leverage that as well. In the meantime, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next one. In the meantime, take care.